Thank you for tuning into TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Communion Sunday, and what I'm making today is some chickpea sausage. Y'all heard it right. He called it sausage, so like a falafel type of sausage, but I've been wanting some breakfast food, and I'm trying to stay away from the meat. So, well, I'm not trying. I'm staying away from the meat, and so this was a good alternative. Doesn't include any soy. And it's a good alternative as far as giving me a different option for some breakfast food. So we're about to get into it. Just to give you some benefits. So I'm not going to go into everything because most of this I've done a video on. Like I've done a video on thyme before. I've done a video on sage. But you know, these are herbs. They have benefit properties to them. Chickpeas, I did one a couple of weeks ago. And you know, that's full of fiber, full of protein. Really does a lot for your body as well. So I'm not really going to concentrate too much on that, but I will have links below that you can do your own research, do your own due diligence, because I really want to get through this so that this isn't too long this week. But anyway, so let's get started. This recipe comes from Sauce Stache. I can't pronounce it. But anyway, the link for the original recipe will be down below, because he also did some pancakes with it as well, because he did a few videos on just a can of chickpeas and what he can make out of it. And so this was one of the things that he made that I saw that I wanted to try, so I'm sharing it with you guys. I am going to probably end up doing a little variation, but we're going to see. I'm going to do it like he said first, and then I'm going to taste it, and if I feel like I want to add the other stuff, I got it to the side to add some different stuff to it, but this is what we're going to start with. Okay, so in this food processor, I have 1 can of chickpeas. All I did was towel dry it. You can use paper towel or regular towel, doesn't matter, but just get some of the moisture off. I didn't measure how much this is because he used 1 can of chickpeas. I'm using the last of what I cooked. So that's what's in here right now. And then he says some fresh sage, which I got this from the Eastern Market. So if you are in the Metro Detroit area, you can go downtown to the Eastern Market and get some fresh sage. So he said about 2 tablespoons worth. And I'm not going to measure this out either. What I got here is what's going in here. And it's going to be that simple. And that's one of the beauties about cooking, especially when you're cooking stuff like the vegan stuff, where you can actually taste it, because nothing is in it that you can't have raw. Okay, so that's one of the benefits to trying it and tasting it. And then he said about a tablespoon of thyme. This actually came from my garden, so we're gonna put some thyme in here. I said garden, everything in the greenhouse right now because it's too cold. Only thing that's not in the greenhouse is my potatoes. And I'm just really waiting on them. So potatoes, when you're growing potatoes, when it's time to harvest them, to pull them up, the plants turn dead. And so I'm still waiting on the plants to fully die off so I can go out there and harvest my potatoes, because I can't wait, because I'm a potato girl. He said a tablespoon. I don't know how much this is, but I'm just putting it in here, as you can see. Thyme, especially fresh thyme, is not that potent of a herb, so it shouldn't be something you really have to measure. If you don't like it, then I would just start with a little, and then you can put however much you want in it afterwards, but just start with just a little. And I mean, I just pulled this morning. It smells so good. I wish I could smell this. Okay, so now that I made a mess, put that to the side. Then he did some fennel, which I have some fennel seeds here. You can crush these up if you want to. I'm not going to stress over it. Fennel is very strong, so you may want to crush it because it is very strong. He put some pepper in here. So this is going to be to taste, however much you want, to your taste and specifications. I like pepper. This is one of the things he didn't put in, so we're going to put them to the side. He did some crushed red pepper. Again, if you don't want anything spicy or don't like the taste of the crushed red pepper, don't add it. He did half a teaspoon of baking powder. So we got that in there. Then we got salt, again to your specifications, to your taste. You get a pinch of nutmeg. Okay, that's a pinch. A little bit of maple syrup. And he said don't skip on the maple syrup because it's what's going to help turn it brown. So got a little bit of maple syrup. And then he did 2 tablespoons of flour, which I'm going to start with half of that because his look awfully dry. So I'm going to start with half and we're going to see what this looks like. So you don't want it to be a paste. If you get it to a paste, you done gone too far. Okay. So this is looking still a little wet, so I'm going to just go ahead and add the rest. And then I'm also going to scrape these sides down some. Because me, I don't want it too dry either. And it's really just blending it up enough to where you can put it together to make a ball. So it's still going to come out a little dry. You know, before I post it again, let me taste it. Okay. Definitely taste the fennel, but it needs something. So this is some mushroom powder. As you can see, this is the last of what I got left. So the last of my mushroom. Oh wait, I got another one. I got another mushroom powder. This one isn't as good. This brand isn't as good as the one I just used up, but it will do for now. So that's probably about a teaspoon total of mushroom powder. This is one I got at the Asian market. Like I said, it's okay, but it's not that great. Let's see. Then I want some smoked paprika, just to give it a little smokiness. And then we come up with the other spices, because like I said, he had us in here. So we about to put some onion powder, some garlic, and like I said, with this, like, beautiful thing about cooking is you can put as much or as little as you want. Some turmeric just because of the benefits, the health benefits. You know, turmeric is good for inflammation, and with the seasons coming up of cold and stuff like that. I have issues with my ankles because I sprained them really bad when I was a kid. So sometimes in the winter what happens is that cold wind hits my ankle and it kind of gives a little. So I'm putting some turmeric in there. Y'all know I'm putting my cayenne pepper because I love my cayenne pepper. Too many benefits for me not to put it in here. Other thing is too is you're supposed to put this together and let it freeze so it can set. I'm not doing that for time purposes and editing purposes. I'm gonna put this together, which let me start my fire. Okay, so I'm gonna put this together and fry it for y'all. So because of that, it might need some oil. So this is what it looks like, the finished product. See, so it looks kind of dry, but I can mash it together to form a shape. Okay, and which is what you're looking for. Okay, so we're gonna take this out. Let me move this out the way, and then we're gonna form the patties. Take this out so I don't cut myself. And always, 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 whenever you cook and start with clean hands, always wash your hands. Okay? Before you start cooking, wash them hands. Always. So I did it. You know what? The other thing, let me wet my hands. So wetting your hands will help when it comes to the dough. To forming it, to keep it from sticking to you. So I'm just going to mash this together to form a little patty. And he did bigger patties, but this is the size I'm doing. So you see it's about the size of the palm of my hand. Okay? I'm just rolling it out in a ball and then just smashing it. So shaping it into the patties. Now he says 6. You can get 6 patties out of 1 can. We'll take his word for it because like I said, I cooked my own. So, you know what? I might even, let me see if I can roll one just to see how it come out. All right. Do one like a link. We're gonna see how this come out too, because I'm thinking you can even wrap this with some rice paper as a link, the sausage link. Wrap it with some rice paper. Ooh, it keep falling apart on me. But wrap it with some rice paper for the casing, in place of the casing. Okay. Hopefully that one stay together. We're gonna see. But this is one of the fun things you can do about cooking is, you know, you play around with it. I need to wet my hands again. But you can play around with it. You can play around with the spices. You can play around with the shapes. Like, which shape do you like better? Like, it's your world. Do what you want. Now, some things, yes, you have to have measurements on. Like, if I was doing bread, yes. Even if I was doing a cake, I'm not that fluent with, well, not fluent, but I'm not that talented to where I can make a cake without measuring everything. So me, I would measure that. So bread, stuff like that, yes. Other stuff, like if you're doing a batter, you can kind of get away with it, you know. As long as you got all the elements there, you can kind of get away with it. But outside of that, you know, food is to be played with. So come up with your own recipes, you know. Put your own spices and stuff that you like in it. And don't be afraid to go against the norm. Yeah, that's much better. I don't think I will put the maple syrup in it next time. Because I don't necessarily need that sweetness. If you like the sweetness, then yes, keep it in. For me, I don't think I need that. So I don't think I'm going to put that in next time. This last one's going to be a little bigger. Just because it don't make sense to make 2 out of it. Okay, so like I said, these were chickpeas that I made. I didn't season them. They just had a little bit of salt in them just for cooking purposes. So I got, what was that, 3, 6, 7, and a link. All right, so I'm gonna put this in. All right, now I'm bringing you guys over. We're gonna get this cooking. My fire is ready. So let me bring you in. Okay, so I'm back. I had to turn the vent on, otherwise my fire alarm is going to start screeching. Whenever I cook with cast iron, it likes to holler. Like I said too, though, he did put this in the freezer to set. As y'all can see, I ain't do that. Just for, like I said, time purposes with this. I think I'm gonna put where it's cool. There we go. Get the link in there. And then you just want to cook this a couple of minutes on each side, just for it to get brown. I do have some grapeseed oil in the pan. Just want to make sure stuff not sticking. All right. Okay. The fire is on like a medium. And then we're just going to cook this and see how it goes. So again, going back to this, so chickpeas have a lot of fiber in them. They have a lot of protein in them. So in one cup of chickpeas gives you, like, I think it was something like 17 grams of protein. So like almost 20 grams of protein. And then if you add other stuff to it that have protein in them as well, you know, like some kale would have been nice in this, which I wish I would have thought of, because I would have put that in there. I love my kale. And then let's see, the sage. Benefits of sage. I actually can't remember, y'all, but it has some good benefits in there as well. But like I said, I'll also put below a link for it, so you'll get the benefits of the sage, benefits of the thyme, benefits of the chickpea, because those are the fresh ingredients. Everything else is just, you know, normal seasonings. So like I said, with the turmeric, it's good for inflammation. Cayenne pepper is good for inflammation, detoxing, nourishing your organs. Yeah, so don't be afraid to change it up and put some other stuff in there as well. I hope this other side don't stick. I'm also thinking about too, because I'm trying to figure out something I can use that will give stuff a meatier taste or meatier texture. I know I made some meatballs before, not on here, I don't think. But I made some meatballs out of banana peels. And they had a nice meaty texture. So that's something else to think about in the future you might want to do, just to play around with it. Let me turn this up a little. The other thing probably would have helped too is if I did freeze this, but like I said, I didn't, time-wise with you guys. But as you can see, this isn't taking too long. As soon as one of these get done, I'm going to cut it and show you guys. Yeah, I need to. Nope, that didn't help. There you go. They kind of look like croquettes. Like a chickpea croquette. But we gonna see. So I think this one in the middle. I just don't want this video to be too long. Yeah, but this is, see. Alright, we're going to take this one out and give these some room. Yeah, I think if you use some rice paper on this, it'll come out better. I cut that one. Alright, so I'm going to let these finish cooking, and then we'll do a taste test on the one that is done. So let me put you guys back. Okay, I'm back. So just to give you a closer look, see, this is what it ends up looking like. You see it's pretty sturdy. You can see me. We're going to do a taste test and see how this tastes. Okay, the flavor isn't bad. The flavor is good, other than the fact, like I said, next time I'm not going to use, I wouldn't use maple syrup. But it don't taste like sausage. It tastes like chickpeas, like a chickpea patty. So I can see using this in place of like a burger, like where you would do like some kind of patty. I can see using it for that. But if you're looking for sausage, this ain't sausage. This is not sausage. It's delicious, but it's not sausage. Turn that fire off. It's not sausage, but it's delicious. It does taste good. It is a little dry. I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. So, like I said, I did banana peel burger. Or meatballs made out of banana peels, and you used green bananas. So like they call it Nino bananas or burro bananas. Thailand bananas, they're small, okay, they're about that big, okay. And they're from, like I said, you can get them at the Asian market. I've seen them at Whole Foods before. And what I did was I cleaned it up and made a I washed the bananas off, and then I made a like a mixture, like a pasty mixture out of it. And then I use that pasty mixture to form the meatballs and, you know, other stuff. I put some other stuff into it. If I can find the recipe, the original recipe, which was a lady, what is her name? Chef Gina, I think. I'll put that one down below too, so you can check her out. Maybe I'll do a video on that one day too. But that one had a meatier texture to it. So I'm thinking if I combine the chickpeas with that, this may have a better texture and not taste like chickpeas. Not that anything is wrong with chickpeas. I like chickpeas, you know. It's not a sausage. It has about the same texture as like a potato pancake. And I don't mean the potato pancakes that they call potato pancakes made out of shredded hash browns. I'm talking about real potato pancakes that you made out of leftover mashed potatoes, okay? Those potato pancakes is what the texture of this is like. When you fry those up, it has a little crisp around the edge, and that's kind of what this is, how this is. But it still tastes like chickpeas. It doesn't taste like sausage at all. At all. But it does have a good flavor. It does taste good. It's just, I don't know, this will replace sausage for me. That's what I mean. When I sit down and have breakfast, I don't know that this would replace the feel or that desire to have sausage. Like I said, it's delicious, but it's not a sausage. It's not a sausage, but it is good, as y'all can see, because I keep picking at it. But anyway, that's it for today. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow.